Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing my video, this is actually my first video, but if you're interested in everything baby clothes, do well to hit on the subscribe button, turn on your post notification, like this video and share it to your family and friends who you think will need this. In this tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this baby frock. This is a very easy and straightforward tutorial. If this seems like something you're interested in, keep on watching and let's get started. These are all the materials I'll be using for this tutorial. I have my crepe fabric. This is a polka dot crepe fabric and I have about 1 yard here. I have my measuring tape, I have my scissor, I have my rule and I have my chalk. For this particular tutorial, the frock I'm making is for 1 to 2 year old. So if you're making for a younger age, make sure to use their measurements, and if you're making for an older age, make sure to use their measurements. I've already gone ahead to cut out 2 pieces of fabric here. One is for the front and the other is for the back. For the length, I have about 20 inches, and then for the width, I have about 28 inches. I'm going to be folding my fabric into 2 and I'm going to align it properly just like this. After doing that, I'll be marking the armhole for this dress, and to do that, I'm going to come down from this point by 4.5 inch. I'm going to mark that there, and from that point, I'm going to come in by 3 inches. Now, I'll be marking the same 3 inches up here, so I'll be able to get a straight line, and from that point also, I'll mark my 4.5 inches. Now, I'm going to connect this with my rule. After doing that, from this point here, I'm going to come up by 1 inch to get my curve, and I'm going to connect this together with a curve just like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim this out following this line. After cutting that out, I'm going to go ahead and open this up like this. And as you can see there, we have our armhole. Now we are going to be cutting out a facing to use to finish off the armhole. I have this little piece of fabric here and I'm going to fold that into 4 just like this. After doing that, I'm just going to put this right under one side of the armhole and I'm going to trim this out. I'll bring that out and then I'll add about 1 inch and just cut it out following the curve. As you can see here, we have about 4 pieces of facing. Now I'll be attaching the facing to the armhole. I'm just going to open this and bring out one of my fabric, and then what I'll be doing is to bring one facing and I'm going to place the right side of the facing to the right side of the armhole. I'm going to pin this down. I'll be doing the same thing to the other side. I'll go to my machine and stitch this down using 1/2 inch stitching allowance. After stitching it down, you can see what I have here. I'll go ahead and make a notch on all sides of this stitch. Note that you should always notch, especially if it's a curved stitch. This is going to help it to sit perfectly. After doing that, I'm going to do that on this other one too. To finish off the armhole, what I'm going to do is to fold this to the wrong side, and to do that I'm going to fold this and fold it in again, and then I'm going to pin this down. I'll go to my machine and just make a top stitch. I'm done making the top stitch and we have our armhole finished. You can see how beautiful that looks. This is what yours should look like, and make sure that you do this to all sides of your armhole just like I've done here. The next thing I'll be doing now is to create a channel at the top of the dress where I'll be passing my rope, and to do that I'm going to fold my fabric by just a few inches like this, and I'm going to fold it again by about 1/2 inch, and then I'll go to my machine and make a stitch at the edge of this. After doing that, you can see how beautiful this came out. I did this on both of my fabrics, don't forget. And then for the rope that I'll be using to insert through this channel, I have about 1.5 inch here for the length, and for the width I have about 40 inches. For the ropes, I'm going to fold this like this, and I'm going to fold this other side equally. And then I'm going to fold this in this way. and I'll be going to my machine to make a top stitch at this edge throughout the width of this rope. After stitching this down, you can see what I have here. This is exactly what you want to achieve. Now I'll be using my safety pin to insert this through the channels I created. After inserting this through the channels I created, you can see what I have there. Now what I'm going to do is to place these two pieces right sides facing each other, just like this. I'll be going ahead to pin it down at both sides. After pinning it down, what I'll be doing now is to stitch this down using about 1 inch stitching allowance, and when I'm done stitching it down, I'll be hemming the down part of this frock by folding it in twice. And after doing that, we are done with this frock. This is so easy and straightforward. I hope this tutorial was really helpful. Do not forget to hit on your subscribe button, turn on your post notification to know when I post my next tutorial. Share this to family and friends who you think will need this, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.